Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is me Shahin Arif AI Wali and I am a student of Rehan College as a facilitator for Anki campus. Today my topic ChatGPT talk how to overcome fear and take bold steps in life. Hi ChatGPT.
Hey, I'm here and ready to help. What can I do for you today?
What is fear and why do people experience it?
Yeah, that's a really deep. Basically, it's actually really helpful in a way because it keeps us safe by alerting us to potential risks. But of course, sometimes fear can become disproportionate or even paralyzing depending on the situation.
How can we identify the root cause of our fears?
Yeah, that's a really valuable step. Often it comes from past experiences like a trauma or a failure we didn't fully process. Other times it's learned, like something we picked up from family or society. And sometimes it's just a fear of the unknown or a lack of control over a situation. Once you name it, you can start working through it.
Okay, why does fear often prevent us from taking opportunities?
Of course. And if you ever want to unpack a specific fear or just explore ways to work with it, whether that's through reflection, gradual exposure, or even just talking it out, I'm here for that too.
Okay, what is the difference between healthy fear and limited fear?
Great question. Healthy fear is kind of like a built in safety system. It alerts you to real risks, but it doesn't hold you back. It gives you a chance to be cautious, but you can still act. Limiting fear, on the other hand, is when fear gets too big, when it stops you from trying new things, even when the threat is more imagined or unlikely. So, healthy fear protects you, while limiting fear keeps you stuck.
How can changing our mindset help us overcome fear?
Yeah, that's a really powerful shift. When we reframe how we think about fear, like seeing it as a signal that we care about something or as a chance to grow, we take away some of its power. A growth mindset where you trust yourself to learn and adapt lets you face fear as a partner rather than an obstacle. So, by changing how we interpret fear, we often build confidence step by step.
Okay, why is stepping outside your comfort zone important for personal growth?
Oh, absolutely. When we step outside that comfort zone, we're basically pushing our boundaries. It's where we can challenges, learn new skills and discover what we're really capable of. Even though it feels uncomfortable at first, that's where the biggest growth happens, both personally and often professionally.
How can small daily action help build coverage?
Yeah, that's a big one. So, courage is kind of like a muscle. When we take small, brave steps regularly, we get better at it. And by facing fear in small doses, it starts to feel less overwhelming. So, each time we act despite fear, we build more confidence, and that courage kind of compounds over time.
Okay, what role does self confidence play in overcoming fear?
Yeah, that's really crucial. Self confidence acts like a buffer. It gives us the trust that we can handle things, even if they're uncertain. When we believe in ourselves, fear doesn't disappear, but it doesn't paralyze us either. So, by building confidence through small successes, positive self talk, or preparation, we give ourselves the strength to move forward, even when we're afraid.
What are some practical techniques to manage fear and anxiety?
Yeah, there are a bunch of practical tools. For one, deep breathing or grounding exercises can calm your nervous system. Cognitive reframing, where you challenge negative thoughts, helps a lot. Gradual exposure, taking small steps toward what scares you, also builds confidence. And sometimes just talking to someone, a friend, a therapist, can really help put things in perspective. So it's really about a mix of techniques that work for you.
How does positive self talk help reduce fear?
Yeah, exactly. When we practice acceptance, we stop resisting fear so much. Instead of fighting it or letting it control us, we acknowledge it as a natural part of the process. That frees up energy. We don't get stuck in fighting mode, and we can act despite the fear. So it's like we give ourselves permission to grow, even while we feel afraid.
Why is it important to focus on progress rather than perfection?
Oh, that's a big one. When we focus on progress, we give ourselves the freedom to experiment, make mistakes, and learn. Perfection, on the other hand, can be paralyzing. It keeps us stuck in inaction because we fear falling short. So when we celebrate small steps and keep moving forward, that's when we really build momentum and confidence.
Okay, how can setting clear goal reduce uncertainty and fear?
Yeah, definitely. Clear goals give us a sense of direction. They make the fear feel more manageable because we have a concrete target to work toward. When we break them down into small, achievable steps, we prove to ourselves that we're making progress. And that progress, even if it's incremental, reduces anxiety because we can see how far we've come. So it's really about clarity and small, steady steps.
What habit help develop mental strength and resilience?
Oh, there are a ton of great habits. Consistent journaling, for example, helps you process thoughts and track your growth. Daily gratitude practices can shift your mindset toward positivity. Meditation or mindfulness helps keep you grounded in the present. And of course, setting daily intentions keeps you
How
focused.
can
The key is
surrounding
consistency. Just small habits. Ah, yeah, surrounding yourself with supportive people is huge. When we have a positive, uplifting circle of people who encourage us, not just cheer us on, but also challenge us in healthy ways, it really boosts our confidence and resilience. So having a strong support network gives us a sense of belonging and also reminds us we're not alone in the tough moments.
why do successful people still experience fear and how do they handle it?
Yeah, absolutely. Even really successful people feel fear, sometimes even before big opportunities. The difference is they don't wait for fear to disappear, they take action anyway. They often use preparation to build confidence, keep their focus on their values or purpose, and remind themselves that fear doesn't mean they can't succeed. So they basically move through it with small, steady steps.
Teach us about ourselves.
Yeah, that's a great point. Overthinking often magnifies fear because we get stuck in a loop of what ifs. So successful people usually recognize when they're overanalyzing and break the cycle by just taking one small action. So instead of waiting for perfect clarity, they trust that clarity will come as they move forward. It's all about action breaking that overthinking cycle.
What role does discipline play in taking bold steps?
Oh, it's huge. Taking bold steps is really what propels us forward, even when fear is present. Each time we dare to do something bigger or outside our comfort zone, we prove to ourselves that we can handle more than we thought. And over time, that courage builds momentum. So bold steps, even if small, keep expanding what's possible for us.
How can learning new skill reduce fear for the unknown?
Yeah, that's a really powerful approach. When we focus on learning, we see fear as a sign that we're growing, not as a stop sign. Each time we gain a new skill or understand something better, we realize, oh, I can handle this. So that focus on growth helps us break fear down into manageable steps, and we build confidence along the way.
How can fear affect our relationship, career, and personal development?
Oh, definitely. Fear can really show up in all those areas. In relationships, it might keep us from being vulnerable or honest. In careers, fear of failure or judgment can hold us back from taking risks. And in personal development, it might stop us from trying new things or pursuing big dreams. And when we face fear, we actually open doors to deeper connection, more fulfillment, and real progress.
How can teacher, parents, and mentor help others become more courageous?
Yeah, that's really important. Teachers, parents, and mentors can model courage by being open about their own fears and how they face them. They can create a safe space for others to express uncertainty without judgment. And they can encourage small risks, like trying new things or stepping up in class, so that people learn over time that courage is something they can build.
What advice would you give someone who is afraid to start a new journey?
I'd say start really small. You don't have to have everything figured out all at once. Just take one step, like maybe a tiny daily habit or a small experiment in the new area. And be kind to yourself. Fear is normal. Just keep your focus on learning and progress and let the confidence build as you go.
How can social media be used to inspire confidence instead of creating fear?
Yeah, that's a great point. Social media can be a powerful tool when we use it mindfully. By following positive, supportive communities, sharing small wins, and seeing others' journeys, we realize we're not alone. But it's key to avoid comparison. When we focus on inspiration rather than perfection, it can actually build confidence in ourselves too.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I'm really glad that helped. If anything else comes up or you just want to talk through other ideas, I'm here for you.